3205 ook. 3205. AP 4027 ook.
Units to Blood Estate. 10 bodies found confirmed dead on scene.
Any survivors?
133. Code 140 and 133. Suspect missing. Call came from a Marie Barone. MEP for Marie Barone. No sign of her.
The shadows of my past may have ravaged the manor, but the estate remains, a testament to my enduring legacy. And now, I, Victor Blood, extend an exclusive invitation to 12 unsuspecting souls to join me at my secluded winter cottage. The occasion? A holiday party, a night of merriment and feasting. Or so it would seem. Little do my guests know, this festive gathering will unfold into a game of survival, where only one will claim the ultimate prize. The snowflakes will fall, the fire will crackle, and the masks will hide the truth. But in the end, only one will remain to claim my fortune. Welcome back to Whodunit. Welcome all to my first annual holiday party. Your first night in my holiday cottage will be very chilling. Feel free to take the time to introduce yourselves, get some bearings on your surroundings, gather round the fire, get to know each other, and partake in your chosen beverages. There is apple cider, eggnog, and hot cocoa. Also, there are 12 stockings, one for each of you. Choose yours at random. The contents of your stocking will reveal your role in the game. The card within will say either player or killer. It means exactly what you think it does. I will return later tonight. Season's greetings.
Thank you for the invitation, Mr. Blood, and for being such a gracious host. I am the Dowager Countess of Grantham, Violet Crawley. Pleased to make your acquaintances, I'm sure.
Hello and salutations, my fellow detectives. While I have been a detective, I have also been plenty of other things. A doctor, a scamp, a soldier. I am hoping these experiences allow me to be able to place myself in other shoes and sniff out the killer.
I think my past will help me solve this mystery. I used to be involved with the wrong crowd, but not anymore. Currently, I serve the Lord and lead a kick-ass choir. Shit, I didn't mean to say ass. I am the most innocent person I know.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joan Ferguson. I am the former governor of Wentworth Women's Prison in Australia. Thank you to the host for this lovely invitation to these festivities.
Hey party people. My name is Cass. I'm from, well, That is a bit hard to explain. Happy to make all of your acquaintance.
Hey, you must be the other people. I'm Becca. It's really good to meet you. It's kind of like my first days of college. I thought it might be okay, but then it sank in that I really had to figure things out and talk and stuff instead of just being by myself and playing music. And that's not really me.
Hi, I'm Philip, or Chibs, as most call me. Look forward to getting to know you all. My strategy is to be active, diplomatic, lay low, and stay out of any drama.
I have zero strategy.
Whoa! Yeah. I just flew here from the afterlife, and boy, are my wings tired. I mean, come on there, Chibs, you know what I mean. Ladies, feel free to chat with me one-on-one. They don't call me the ghost with the most for nothing. Or I'm mostly just going to have a fun time on the surface, but put in the work behind the scenes to try and do well in the game. I want people to see that I'm doing a lot, but I want them to also see that I'm just having fun with it. Because I am. Hopefully the joy for the experience will make the killer want to keep me around for a while.
Hi everyone. Can you believe how cute this cottage is? Chilly out here though. I'm Peach. Sometimes they call me Princess, but you don't have to do all that. I'm looking forward to playing with you all. I'm trying to seem like I don't have a strategy. Also, I don't really have a strategy. I kind of want to seem just suspicious enough that I could be the killer, but not so suspicious that I seem like a threat. Basically, playing a mediocre game seems to be the goal.
Greetings, friends. I am Dobby, a free but loyal elf. I am happy to make many new friends. Yes, Dobby's just trying to be the idiot elf and play stupid. Dobby's gonna have a few jokes around Dobby having some sort of drinking problem as well. I don't know why.
It appears that my office has finally been set up, so I guess I should get to work. Hello, gentlemen, ladies, and canines. I'm your therapist for the game. My full title is Dr. Anna Delvey of the Anna Delvey Foundation, German heiress, builder of the benevolent charitable empire, PhD. To make it easier for you very intelligent people, you can call me Anna. I'm here to make sure that the pressures of this don't get to you. I know it's a tough job, but I'm the only one qualified to do it. I'll be popping in to make sure that none of you mentally snap and ruin my holiday. I may visit you in privately, but you're always free to come to my office to talk things out or to vent. I promise not to say any of what we talk about to anybody else. I can't lose my license again. And best of all, my services can be put on a credit, so don't worry about the bill. Unless, of course, you die, in which case, I will be sending the bill to your closest relative and or family member. Best of luck, bitches.
Hey, who the hell are you calling intelligent?
Surely there must be someone here. Maybe the dog.
Whoa, babe. Is it getting hot in here?
Enough chatter and cheer. It is now time to retire to your bedrooms for the evening. I have 3 different guest bedrooms. Your choice of beverage has already determined your roommates for the night. While in your bedroom, you may only speak with each other. You are not permitted to leave your room until further notice. I would say sweet dreams on this silent night, but you will probably not be getting much sleep. Take the opportunity to get to know your roommates. Your first mission will begin in the morning. I think you are going to enjoy it. Correction. I am going to enjoy it. Watching. Players that drank apple cider at last night's party were Beetlejuice, Dolores, Dobby, and Violet. Those who drank eggnog are Joan, Megan, Urkel, and Wishbone. Finally, the hot cocoa drinkers are Becca, Castiel, Chibs, and Peach. Good morning, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. You may realize you've been locked inside your rooms. This is your very first clue mission of the game. To escape, you must solve a 4-digit passcode on your door. You may work together with the people in your room freely. You may also communicate with the others through the intercom system, if you wish to say hello or something. Once you escape, you have completed the mission. You have 1 hour to escape. If you are successful, You will earn the first clue to the identity of the killer among you. The mission ends when either everyone escapes their room or the 1-hour time limit hits. Information is currency in this game, so any and all info this early is huge in order to survive the first impending murder. You may now begin.
Wow, a room full of MILFs, I dig it, yeah. And whatever that little thing over there is, looks like he got the short end of the ugly stick, you know what I mean?
Dobby's a free elf.
Thanks, Dobby. I am glad to hear you are free. I can always use help keeping things clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Cleaning? Whoa there, Legolas. That is a big no can do there for me.
Hello, my fellow dairy beverage enjoyers. Boy, oh boy, am I glad to have such an eccentric group of people as my bunkmates.
Hello, Team Nog. Just sitting down to look at this clue mission and not off to a good start. My initial thoughts on the game are that it is actually a lot of fun. There is a challenge to it that I wasn't expecting.
I first looked for numbers and not necessarily in the sheet containing a cipher. There are lots of numbers floating around, such as a clock. My hypothesis is that the clues to numbers are in the magazine. Next, let's look at the cipher. It seems as if it is stating that combinations of letters would equate to a number. I think we should focus on letter combos that could belong in a word, then search for words that contain those combos.
I love to compete, but I usually prefer games with power-ups. I don't suppose there are many of those around here.
Anyone else completely confused? We somehow need a 4-digit code. The compass with the 4 books seems a major clue. I can't determine what the sheet music is.
The song is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but that's all I know at the moment. Oh, it has something to do with the red reindeer scattered about, I think.
Ah, nice. Rudolph. Great work, Becca.
I feel like this looks a lot more complicated than it is. That being said, I have absolutely no idea where to even start.
Dobby is severely confused and is looking at the different items in the room. Dobby thinks that there is a lot of information. He is unsure how to mix it all up. Dobby thinks the magazine of Harrisburg is from Pennsylvania, and that the low there is negative 42 degrees. Dobby also noticed that there is 3 lines. Dobby had a lot of thoughts of frustration and a lot of curse words that were in through his head.
Finally, a servant. Fetch me some tea, Dobby, while I have a look at this place. This is what I have noticed thus far. On the cover of the magazine, there are numbers 1 and 2020. There is a plus and an equal in the bear and the globe. Then the phone has a 2 and a 10. I haven't the foggiest as to what the Dewey Decimal System chart is for. 3 minus 57 equals 54. On the temperature chart, negative 54 is Oregon. My heavens, I need a drink.
There's a very small town in Oregon called Harrisburg, and the zip code is 97,446. Maybe it wants us to take the title of the magazine and combine it with the location of the temperatures that this great Gilf Crawley found.
I have realized that the cipher itself is either a red herring or a clue in itself. The letters are arranged as the alphabet when you read them down. 1, A, 2, B, and so on, then it goes back up to 0 at T. This is where the pattern is disrupted, however, as the letter U is not where it should be. I will continue chewing on this.
I assume the Democrat-Republican street sign placed in a kid's room is relevant in some way. Seems too random not to be.
Good catch. There's also an elephant over the kid's bed. I am struggling with this escape room. I love escape rooms, but this one is a bear.
Year 31 of ringing this jingle, boys. Woo! Life cannot get any better than this.
Ring a ling.
Let's take it from the top.
This is a tradition that should never be touched. What the hell?
What's that? Oh my God, she's coming back! Don't let her take me!
Quick, tell her you have almonds in you. This is not how the commercial goes.
I hate change.
Why is she so happy? There is no God. We know nothing.
Rapture.
Sensual Reese's naked.
Stupid peanut butter bastards.
This is like Auschwitz for candy. I hate these commercials now.
Becca, any ideas about what song is on the sheet of music, since you're the musician here?
She said earlier it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Peach is a little frustrating. She doesn't seem to hear anything anyone else says and focuses on irrelevant things. But she's actively attempting to escape the room, so I can look past it.
I have never tried to escape a room this way. I think Victor gave us an unfair disadvantage, and his sweat smells like cinnamon.
There's a possibility that the numbers and letters tie in with electoral votes of states. Letter Y is missing in the cipher. D, E, A, I, F are repeated letters. Maybe stands for states. Delaware is 3, Arizona is 11, Illinois is 20. These are states that voted for Biden. Florida with 29 is Trump. Maybe one of each? No combinations of the state electoral votes I listed worked.
If it helps, I solved it and escaped perfectly fine.
Dobby has your tea, Mrs. Crawley. Dobby is echoing your thoughts, Dolores. Also, he is wondering where the fuck the picture came from.
One thing I know for sure, this Victor dude is a sadist. There's a lot of information there, and I bet there is only the tiniest bit that is relevant.
What a pretty intercom. I like the buttons.
Is that supposed to be a clue, Victor?
Well, look at that. It does work.
It looks like we're going to black. Help other teams. If we want to make it out of this room. And hey, David the Gnome, don't clean that puke up. I'm going to save that for later, Chief.
I would like to push this listen button. Thank you.
Do we want to talk to the other teams through the intercom, or no? If we do talk to the other teams, do we want to be honest about what our room looks like, or nah?
I'm okay with talking to the other teams, but I wouldn't want to lie to them. No way to know if the other teams will be shown the rooms afterwards. If all rooms are revealed, lying would just make us a target for them and the killer, no?
I think talking to the other teams may just confuse us more.
I assume the other 2 rooms are in same situation we are in. I'm making a public call. I'm just stymied and this is going to end soon. I hate to speak for all of Hot Chocolate, but I feel a bit lost. Anyone have anything they'd like to share? I assume all 3 of our rooms are the same.
Mr. Castiel, it appears as though we are in a child's bedroom with 2 beds. It is heavily decorated for Christmas.
Looks like we're going to have to spill some tea. Hot cocoa. Let's do one clue at a time, maybe, to avoid giving away too much without getting anything in return. Maybe just that our song is Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then the Hitler poster, and then the names of the books? Something like that.
I think this is a great idea. We have a child's bedroom with 1 bed. It is also heavily decorated for Christmas. Do you have 4 books around a compass?
Now all we need is a little help and we'll still have no idea what is going on.
Team Eggnog doesn't seem to want to provide much about their room.
I'm wondering if we have to communicate with the other rooms because I am sort of lost on this. I hear them chatting on the intercom about their rooms. We haven't heard from Megan or Urkel at all. I wonder if they have thoughts.
I'm so happy to be sharing a room with such cultured people. We could likely play most games, though it would be hard. It's still possible. What games do you guys like to play?
Guess not.
You get 1 hint at this halfway point. The intercom isn't just to look pretty, and I never said the clues to your room's code were in your own room.
Alright, babes, now here's the thing. Normally I'm a guy that's all about doing the me thing, and it works out well for me. But this right here is some clever serial killer mindset mumbo-jumbo. Whoa! I'm impressed. Looks like we need to say what we see, and hope that it might help other people out.
We have a clock set to 3:57, a roof with 3 underscore symbols on it, a bear with a heart that shows a plus sign, and a globe with an equal sign. A magazine set as issue 1 for Harrisburg Magazine in the year 2020. A weird text message from Victor saying he's at the North Pole and to head straight past the stop sign. And a goat sacrifice on the left and then head west, and to be there in 10 minutes. And then the last thing we have is the Dewey Decimal System. Now, I don't know if any of that means anything to any of you, but I'll be fucked if that's not the most helpful I've been in about 14,000 years, so I'm gonna go take a dip in the sewer and get my zen back.
Dobby will provide roasted cockroaches with sea salt and rats. Oh, Coco Vin from the Hogwarts kitchens for Master Beetlejuice.
Team Eggnog's room is set up like a country cottage. with a fireplace, several beds. There is an electoral college map on the wall with a bunch of different numbers on it. Does anybody have any clues in their room associated with a specific US state?
Dobby's room have record low temperatures for each state.
We have political signs in our room, pointing left for Democrats with a donkey on it, and right for Republicans with an elephant on it. As for the weird directions, we have a compass rug in our room. At north is a book called Where Would Santa Go, with 3 reindeer on it. Nothing specific to us states that I can see in our room, but the electoral college thing seems to match with our political stuff, don't you think? A white analog clock on the fireplace that looks like it's at 10:10? No goat sacrifices to speak of, but there is a Bible at due east. 5 red stockings and a troubling Hitler poster. Any of this meaning anything to anyone?
Seeing the worst in people is kind of a passion of mine, but am I the only dude feeling like neither of these teams are being that helpful? Or Peach at least had some decent info, but I feel like we have found a lot more than what the other teams are saying they have. Or what's up with that?
I'm ready to just live permanently in this room.
Maybe Eggnog can give us a few more details.
We have a magazine from Boise, Idaho. We also have a stuffed Rudolph. 2 clocks with different times. One is 3 and the other is 1:35. A library card that says it belongs to YOULE.
Interesting. So what's the temperature in Idaho on that map?
Hey babes, that Idaho temperature is negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nothing the other teams are sharing is helpful, at least to me. Any of you getting anything from what they've shared?
If Team Eggnog doesn't share a little more, we'll never figure it out. So far, it looks like a math problem, but I suck at math. The number's 9, 357, minus 60. The symbols plus references to Rudolph, the North Pole, a stop sign, Hitler, and a dead goat. I got nothing. I think it was sort of lame. The clues were vague. We should have been told earlier that we had to work with the other rooms. It could have been fun, and it was just a downer.
Ferguson is the only one from that team that I've heard anything. I'm about ready to just try every 4-digit code that exists.
I was thinking this too. My reasoning, this challenge is testing teamwork, right? Forcing everyone to work together, but also creating doubt. So I think their room must have a key to each of ours. All we need is for one team to stonewall for everyone to lose the clue. But meanwhile, how long does it take to guess all the 4-digit combinations?
I think we need some more information from Team Eggnog.
We have a scroll with numbers 0 to 9 on it, and each number has 3 letters associated with it. We have an issue of Boise Weekly.
There's so many people saying absolutely nothing, even when they spoke. It was so irritating.
This could be the key to turning a 4-letter word into the passcode.
The phones. The numbers 0 to 9 have got to be for the phones. I'm not sure what big boss guy's trying to get us to dial on a phone, but that's definitely what he wants us to think of here.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Dewey Decimal System and a library card. Good job. Can look up our books in Dewey Decimal. The Bible is 220. The fiction wouldn't have numbers in Dewey. And the science experiments book has been changed, so not sure that's helpful.
The children's book by the title could be geography. Probably a stretch, but I got nothing else.
Geography is generally 9 to 10. But no, doesn't seem to fit yet.
So if we turn a 4-letter word into a number code using the key from Eggnog, I can tell you the password is not Dear Snow or fuck.
Dowager Crawley, what is the message about a goat sacrifice? Nerds, I'm thinking the library card's letters. Are there any other random letters laying around out there?
With all due respect, Miss Mitchell, what is it that you want to know? Why are you asking?
The Dowager's got her back up because I asked a question. Someone want to charm her? I should probably not say what I want to.
At first, I wasn't really feeling the vibe from anyone, but I actually really appreciate Violet. She is being witty, but not over the top like me, and it seems like she'll have a good mind for strategy. On the flip side, Dolores is giving me absolutely nothing.
It would seem to me that we must all try each other's combinations until one works, which will be the key to the puzzle. And knowing our host's penchant for sowing distrust, I must say this is a humdinger of a first mission.
You do know I said the same thing an hour ago, right? The text mentions Maggot. Yes, Maggot. 2 blocks from the goat, you will then turn west and follow until you see the manor. Does this provide any assistance?
Even more confusing, I'm afraid. Maggot might mean something, but to be honest, I'm more lost now than the last time I tried to drive Rainbow Road.
Why do you think Maggot might mean something, Princess? You're getting an awful lot of information without sharing anything at all. I think Team Eggnog needs to be a little more forthcoming with what is in their room.
Wishbone and I are the only Team Eggnog members who have been present, and we have both already said everything of importance from our room.
Joan deliberately giving as little information on their room as possible hasn't gone unnoticed, then got a little snippy about it when she was called out on it. I felt bad for her team appearing to be pretty inactive, but now fuck her. I don't know if Violet is in character or not. She also got snippy with Becca. If her character is a cunt, kudos, she's nailed it. As to the mission, I've given up. I've tried too many codes to count. I'm not figuring this out.
I don't know what a dowager is. I also can't tell whether Joan is male, female, or other. Does that matter? Are we throwing in the towel then?
I guess for me, the towel is in.
Unless we get new info, this performance is over. This sucks, but I'm not sure it's our fault.
Our team were all active and never stopped trying. Failure or not, glad I was teamed up with the three of you.
I have truly loved our effort together, and do believe the four of us gave it our best.
I wasn't expecting the first mission to be so difficult. I consider myself a relatively smart person, and I am at a loss. Maybe had Urkel and Megan helped, it could be going differently.
Obviously nobody escaped, but nobody said this would be easy. The bad news is, nobody will see the first official clue to the killer's identity. The good news is, everyone is still on the same page, and most of you put on a valiant effort, despite the pit of hopelessness and utter despair. My heart ached as many times. You folks were almost on the right track, but missed one or two small elements, which I assume caused the pool of tears leading down my hallway. The bedrooms ranged in difficulty, hot cocoa by far having the hardest room to crack. Here is what you missed. Team Eggnog. The password was 1700. Ooh, you had a library card. It doesn't really do anything, just a clue to help confirm you're on the right track. In the text message, I gave an unrevealed individual some directions, north, then west, referring to the compass with books. The only books of interest were north and west, which leads us to the Dewey Decimal System. Where would Santa go points to geography, 900. A classic Christmas points to literature, 800. Take that cute little addition sign to add those together and form the solution to your escape code, number 1700. For the apple cider team, your passcode was 6042. The two magazines with state capitals were key, Idaho and Pennsylvania. These states had record low temperatures of -60 degrees and -42 degrees. The 20-20 electoral map shows one of those being Democrat, one being Republican. That tells you which number is on the left and which one is on the right, giving you the code 60-42. And our final room, Team Hot Cocoa. You poor dears, yours was a beast. Your passcode was 2147. Good old Rudolph. Kind of rhymes with Adolf, no? Those marked out letters on his disturbing poster? We don't want his bad juju, so cross out all numbers associated with the letters A, D, O, L, and F on the scroll to get 1, 2, 4, and 7. Almost there. While doing that, cross out those letters in the word Rudolph to get R-U-P-H. Sounds like roof. Kind of like the roof pointed out in that painting, which is an actual painting made by Adolf Hitler. Roof with the remaining scroll numbers give the order of your passcode, 21 to 47. Unfortunately, nobody escaped, so no clue will be earned. I'll hold on to the VHS tape for safekeeping. But there are plenty of other ways to survive this game if you don't know the killer yet. Like Safehouse. Your first Safehouse mission begins tonight. See you then.
Christmas.
Wait, you're not Peter.
Wait.
Help! Stranger!
The hell are you? No, this is a mistake.
Oh, please. A man with a sweater broke into my house. I think he's a pervert.
No, Jasper, his teeth out!
I want to live. Freeze, pervert!
Merry Christmas to you and yours from Folgers.
Peter!
3 2 1 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153
trying to pretend like I understand what Victor said when he explained the clues.
Well, that did not go as we hoped. I'm glad to get the solution to the puzzle, because I wasn't sure how convoluted it would be, and boy, it was very convoluted.
I should have come up with the code. After all, I said that Boise was the capital of Idaho and Harrisburg was the capital of Pennsylvania. I should have figured out the answer. I'm pissed I didn't.
Listen, Vic, I know you think you're smart and all, but the truth is I've been around for thousands of years and you're not gonna fool me. I'm gonna figure out who this loser turd is and show them how to actually destroy a twerp. Do I know who the killer is? No fucking way, but based on what we just went through where a collective 9 IQ points were shown, there isn't much to go on, you know what I mean? Or someone throw me a bone. And not that little shit chihuahua either.
It's interesting. I really like escape rooms, so that was fun. Also have enjoyed conversation with several of my castmates.
After the explanation, I'm still not sure we'd have gotten it. I did have RUPH at one point, but couldn't do anything with it. Shake it off, nerds. No one has any advantage yet.
Very proud of our squad. Hashtag Final Four plus a killer.
I started out by assuming I could just do the whole thing on my own. I don't make friends easily. But Castile seems to think Room Hot Cocoa is a team, so I'm going with that for now.
Social is always my game. I'm trying to get to know people as best I can.
Starting off with equal teams definitely made it fertile for alliances, but I don't necessarily want the alliance with Hot Cocoa, so we'll see. Arf, hi. I was trying to speak your language. I just wanted to connect while we have the chance. Never know what could happen, right? How's the game for you so far?
You did a great job despite insulting my mother, though I'm sure that's not what you meant. Your grammar was weirdly impeccable. I'm glad to make your acquaintance. The game is just starting, so it's okay so far. Despite my detective skills, I feel like this will be extremely challenging. Our host doesn't seem to make it easy for us, do they? How about yourself?
Well, I meant to insult your father, so that was honestly pretty close. Yeah, it's a tough one. I was surprised that nobody got the first clue, to be honest. Not that any of the escape clues were easy. Tricky how our host seemed to set us up to form alliances right off the bat. I just don't want to fall for it, and make an alliance of convenience if other cast members might be better allies, you know? Woof woof and all.
That is an excellent strategy. The game was designed to sow discord, and you are right not to play into it.
It appears as though you and Becca are the most active. I'm sure you've spoken with her a bit since you were on the same team. I would love to be a part of your little group.
I don't have a group with Becca at the moment, but would happy to form one. I certainly would love to work with a lady of your eloquence and power as long as the game shall allow. Truly a treat.
I haven't spoken with Becca at all. I just assumed that you did. I'm sure you know what happens when one assumes. I made an ass out of you and me. Beetlejuice, however, was quite active on Team Cider. He might be an asset.
Honestly, for me, and please between us, Chibs was quite active on Hot Cocoa. Also an asset in my opinion.
Perhaps this would make a nice foursome.
Beetlejuice is very funny. I think we are working well together, and I think he will protect me and I would protect him. Probably my second best connection at this point. But Chibs is my guy. I really enjoy chatting with him. I'd be thrilled to get to the end with him. I've found the slide puzzle on the mirror, but I'm unsure how to make it move.
I was trying to figure out a way to as well, but couldn't figure it out. I think I checked every inch of it and nothing. This is going to keep me up all night, methinks.
Hey, broski. Violet asked me if wanted to be in an alliance or something like that with her, Beetlejuice, and me. She suggested Becca. I said I really liked you, and she said she wanted a group of 2 from each group and would be great with you. So what do you think about the 4 of us?
I'd be okay with that. I do want to still work with Becca and Peach, though. We know we all work well together. So we'd either need to choose or have 2 separate alliances, with one being our main alliance.
I agree. Both alliances. The 2 don't have to know about each other.
As long as me and you are the core.
Dobby's a little surprised that there hasn't been more talk.
Madam Crawley mentioned it might be nice for the 4 of us to get on the same page. Would be quite a pleasure to work with you all.
Beetlejuice, I suggested that you and I work with Mr. Castiel and Mr. Chibs, as you and I were the most active in the first mission.
I think it would be ever wise for the four of us to stick together.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
I hope you all enjoyed your first of many nights trapped in my holiday vacation home. I wish I could give you a breather, but I'm a dick. It is time for your first Safehouse mission. While clues are important to deduce the killer, the only certainty of surviving an impending murder is to win Safehouse. However, you are playing for much more than simple safety. You will also be playing for the prize money that will go to the eventual winner of the entire game. While there is $250 available for that sole individual, how much of that total you end up competing for is up to all of you, right here, right now. It's a simple game of getting the highest card. Your number choices from earlier determined your clockwise order around the dealer table. I will randomly deal out a 52 card deck clockwise in that order. I'm looking for the person with the highest card. Ace is high. You will notice you each have two $10 chips as well. Each of you is individually responsible for $20 worth of the prize money.
Only two $10 chips each?
You look poor.
If you get the highest card, you may throw in one of your two chips. That $10 chip will now be part of the eventual prize money. It is permanent and cannot be taken from the final pot. The dilemma is this: only one person can win Safehouse. That honor will go to the last person remaining at the table. If you get the highest card, you will have a choice. You may throw in one of your chips, or you may eliminate someone from the table. That person will be eliminated from the mission and out of contention for Safehouse. Furthermore, any chips remaining in their possession will be forfeit and kept out of the winner's pot. You may not put in anyone else's chips. So what is more important to you, the money or surviving the first murder? Decisions are final. If more than one person ties for the highest card, they will each make an individual decision. You have 1 minute to make your decision. If you go over that time, you and your chips will be eliminated from the table. The mission ends when only one person is left standing at the table. Any unplayed chips remaining when that happens will automatically be forfeit. However, the individual remaining will be safe from the first murder and automatically advance into the next round of the game. And because I am such a nice fellow, I have taken the liberty of throwing in a $10 chip for you to start off the bank. The other $240 is up to you. Let us begin the first deal. Beetlejuice and Urkel both have the high card, an ace for each. Please make your decision. Add one of your $10 chips or eliminate someone from the table.
Hey, look at my guy Vic already stacking the deck for his good pal PG. It's showtime.
Beetlejuice has chosen to contribute to the pot. Urkel has run out of time and is eliminated, costing the group $20. Big Bertha's pot stands at $20.
Whoa, finally someone who's a bigger fuck-up than me. Mom would be so proud of me.
Castiel, you have the high card. Please donate one of your $10 chips or remove someone and their chips from the game. Castiel puts one chip in, making the pot $30. Next deal. Dolores and Violet both tie with a high card.
I shall place a chip into the pot.
Violet and Dolores each add $10, bringing the pot up to $50. Next deal. Dobby gets the high card.
Dobby adds to the pot.
Dobby throws in a chip. Only 7 cards are left in the current deck, so we will do a reshuffle of all 52 cards for the next dealing. Castiel gets another high card.
I'm all for the team, but at some point, if she hasn't shown up yet, we gotta do something. I remove Megan.
Aye, Castiel boy. Good on you for keeping the mission from stalling.
You made the hard choice, Castiel, but I agree with it.
Castiel eliminates Megan, along with her chips. I'll deal out the cards. Chibs earns the high card.
I'll throw a chip in the pot.
Chibs throws in $10, making the total $70. Next deal. Peach receives the highest card.
I'm all about teamwork. Let's do this. One chip in from me.
Peach throws in $10, despite being in a different castle. Next dealing. We have a 3-way tie for the highest card between Dolores, Joan, and Wishbone.
Toss a chip into the pot.
I'm going to trust the Lord to protect me and throw my last chip in for the good of the game.
Everyone throws a chip in, breaking the $100 mark. I'll deal out the cards. We have another 3-way tie of aces, again with Joan. but this time with Castiel and Peach.
Just because she has no chips left and it's risky if she gets the high card, I choose to eliminate Dolores.
I guess I'm willing to take a risk. Hopefully the killer will spare an honest team player. I'll toss in my last chip. I want to eliminate Joan at my next opportunity. If she's already out, then I will want to eliminate the player with the least remaining chips. If a player has 0 chips, I'm going to eliminate them.
Here's a chip.
The freak eliminates the sister. The princess and Chuckles each toss a coin to the peasants, bringing it up to $130. I'll deal out the next hand. Chibs has the high card.
I'll toss in my last chip.
Chips throws in his chib, making the pot $140. Next hand. Joan wins the high card.
Same as last time. I am eliminating chips just due to having no chips left. I think most had the same strategy as I did with eliminating people that had no chips.
I regret not taking out Joan, but I didn't really care much about winning this one. With 2 inactives, no need to make an enemy of another player for no reason.
Joan eliminates Chibs instead of using her last coin. The bank remains at $140. Next dealing, Peach wins the high card with a 10 off spades.
In a shining moment of hypocrisy, I will eliminate Cass because of the not having chips.
Wow. Don't understand at all what the hell Peach was thinking.
Peach is the reason I'm banging my head against the wall right now. Between her not paying attention in the clue mission, and then again not catching our cues before deciding in the Safehouse mission. Then just being all, oh, haha, silly me. I have very little faith in relying on her moving forward.
I didn't think through my strategy much and accidentally passed off the hot chocolate team, but I kind of wanted to seem like I was playing them, or at least for it to be suspicious why I didn't knock out someone from another team first. My reasoning that I was going for more money in the pot is probably plausible but sus, which fits my strategy of mediocrity.
Peach eliminates Castiel. Again, the pot remains at $140. Let's deal out the cards. Wishbone wins the high card with a queen.
I was saddened by the sudden and early betrayal by Joan, but now I understand that it is the most fair method in that luck decides who will be eliminated from the game. So with that method, I will eliminate Peach. You are a delightful person, and I am very sorry. If I am picked next and everyone still has chips, I will of course place my chip in the pool. Good luck, everyone.
I respect this move. No hard feelings.
My little brony, comb his ponytail.
From the makers of My Little Pony comes My Little Brony. Over a dozen magical bronies for you to collect and share.
My brony's name is Darius. He has a popular live journal. This is Twilight Wolf. He's an assistant manager at Costco.
Each has its own secret surprise.
Wow! An ill-advised tattoo.
Dip their message board rants in water to make them even longer.
Wow, mine really likes ponies.
And that's not all. Each brony keeps a special treasure in its cargo pocket.
Wow, loose raisins. A CVS receipt for Intimates cookies and dandruff shampoo.
Have adventures in the magical basement bedroom playset.
It's not just for kids. Writing and animation are top-notch.
Yeah, and I am in a committed relationship with Pinkie Pie.
Each playset comes with over 300 pages of fan fiction.
This is graphic.
My little brony, vantage-size cartoon shows. Use Photoshop to make your dreams come true. Oh, I love you so.
I love you, my little brony.
And I love you, Rainbow Dash. Take me to Equestria.
My Little Brony, from the makers of Anatomically Correct Yogi Bear.
Here's where we stand. The winner's pot is $140. A total of $70 is eligible to still be added. 6 players remain at the table. Joan, Dobby, Violet, Beetlejuice, and Wishbone each have a $10 chip left. Becca is the only one who still has both of her chips. I'll deal the next hand. The high card goes to Joan. You may eliminate another player or place your last chip in. Please make your decision.
Place my chip in the pot.
Joan adds a chip, making the winning pot a total of at least $150. Next hand. Becca finally gets a high card. Becca?
Let's go.
Fine. Joan is out. Very much luck of the draw, which made anything I did insignificant in the long run. Chibs and Castiel signaled to take out Joan, so I did. I would have chosen Violet first.
Becca keeps her chips and eliminates Joan. Next deal. Becca wins high card again.
What a choice. I don't think she likes me, and I'll still have opportunities to play my chips. Violet is out, please.
Don't mistake my class for distaste. I'm British, remember.
I would have liked to see more players do what Becca did and not just be a team player, as they all keep saying.
Becca eliminates Violet, along with Violet's chip. Having run out of cards, the deck gets reshuffled. Beetlejuice.
Babes, you could have played your chips like everyone else did, and you were sitting on 2. I recognize a villain when I see one, or I like it. But I'm gonna knock you out, Becca. Not getting the vibe that you're gonna throw those chips in anytime soon.
Whatevs be. If I played a chip, I'd have only 1, like everyone else, and then what happens? Someone from Team Apple Cider takes me out anyway.
Babes, I don't really care that much. You just stick out like a sore thumb. Becca's choice to knock out 2 players instead of throwing a chip in the pot was frankly really stupid. And it was easy for me to scapegoat her for it and knock her out right afterwards, pretending like I did the right thing. I hope she stays pressed.
I should have just put a chip in like everyone else, but that was boring. It was like having Aubrey choose what songs to sing.
Beetlejuice eliminates Becca from the table, eliminating $20 for the pot along with it. We are down to only 3 players left at the table, one $10 chip each. I will deal. Beetlejuice and Dobby both get an ace.
Dobby's wishes to throw in his last chip.
Throwing in my last chip, too.
Things are getting spicy in here. Interesting how some people are deciding to play this out.
Beetles and Dobby collectively raise the pot to $20, bringing us to a total of $170. Next high card goes to Beetlejuice once more.
Sorry, Keebler. Gotta knock you out since you're on a chips bub.
Beetlejuice eliminates Dobby from the table. We have only 2 players left for contention for Safehouse. Wishbone with 1 chip and Beetlejuice with none. If Wishbone gets the high card, he can add to the pot 1 more time, or keep it as is and eliminate Beetlejuice. But if Beetlejuice received the high card, he has only 1 choice. This could very well be the last dealing. Wishbone received the high card. Wishbone, you have 1 last choice to make.
I choose to not eliminate Beetlejuice. I shall place my last chip in the pot and leave it to good old Lady Luck. Godspeed, BG.
Hey, that little dog is a cool son of a bitch in my book.
Wishbone brings the final pot to $180, not too shabby. The eventual winner of this entire game will walk away with at least that. You will have 1 and only 1 opportunity later on in the game to earn back the $70 lost. There will be no warning, so keep that in mind. As there are no other chips in play, this next card will determine the winner of Safehouse. Beetlejuice has an 8 of spades. Wishbone receives a 2F hearts, meaning Beetlejuice has no other option but to eliminate Wishbone. Congratulations, Beetlejuice. You have won the first Safehouse of the game. You are guaranteed to survive the first murder. However, you also hold the responsibility of marking 3 of your fellow players off our death. Well, typically you would, but your job was made a bit easier for this round. Urkel and Megan are automatically marked for death due to strikes against their inactivity. You are able to save up to 8 fellow suspects, leaving a minimum of 3 left at risk to die, including Megan and Urkel. You may mark as many as you wish. You may add 3 more of your choice, or just mark the necessary 1 extra person to join Megan and Urkel. I will meet you all outside for the Marked for Death ceremony tomorrow, where you will announce your decision.
It's showtime.
It was an interesting one. Dobby is not surprised by the outcome, but it was a good mix of luck and skillish.
It was fun. BG deserved to win.
Wow, talk about divine intervention, am I right, Vic? The good man downstairs really knows how to look out for his faves. Didn't really care too much about being safe or not, because how the hell are you supposed to kill someone who's already dead? But I gotta say, man, being in power, woo-woey, now that's a rush. Always like seeing a maggot squirm, but I didn't know it could get the sandworm in pants wide awake, you know what I mean?
My. Becca certainly came out swinging at me.
I'm unsure what that was about. Hopefully she moves past it.
She may, but I certainly won't.
I feel the same way about Peach. I'm done with Peach, brother.
Yeah, that really made no sense. She was the only one with no chips, so why wouldn't you take out the person that's taking out everyone without chips? Pure stupidity.
Completely stupid. I'm just rocked because I thought the four of us had something. But I feel pretty stupid now. What Peach just did makes no sense. I thought the four of us were working together. But I have zero trust for her now.
Castiel seems a little too quick to react, so that'll have to be reined in or he's going to piss people off. His social game might be a concern. We'll see.
Yeah. I tried to be kind and then not sure what happened. Can't trust princesses always. But a dog is an angel's best friend.
Normally I would probably be aligned with almost everyone in some way. I think Castiel has that covered though.
I've enjoyed our banter. Here's hoping we can stick together for the long haul. All good love. Truly, I appreciated so much your efforts in helping on the last mission. What a berry that was.
Maybe not everyone, but he's chatty, and I believe he has many one-on-one convos going on.
Hope you and all your family matters are well. Hey, sister. Seems like it might make sense for us to be the God Squad. How's this game treating you?
Welcome to your first of many marked for death ceremonies. I desire that in all this early hijinks, everyone has not forgotten the chorused element of the game. One among you is here to slice and dice until none of you remain. It's time for that to ultimately come into fruition. Do or die. Safehouse earns you safety from the murder, but also comes with responsibility of choosing who to put in the killer's crosshairs. A minimum of 3 must be marked. Megan and Urkel have automatically been marked for being a waste of space. At least one more of you will be marked and at risk to be the first victim of the game. Up to 8 of you could be saved, if Beetlejuice so desires. Beetlejuice, I give you the floor. Call out the names of the people you want to spare, one at a time, until the last of the players you want to mark remain. Please reveal your decisions.
Hey, welcome to one of my favorite games. Fuck around and find out. Hurry, hurry, step right up. Did you do some dumb shit in the last few days? Maybe you won a stupid prize playing a stupid game. Violet is safe.
Thankful for the safety, Mr. Juice.
Wishbone is safe.
Beetlejuice, your witticisms, puns, and roasts are, as modern slang goes, fire!
Peach is safe. Castiel is safe.
Thanks, Beetlejuice.
Dobby is safe.
Up to 3 spots remain for safety.
Chibs is safe.
Appreciated, Beetlejuice.
There we go. First up, Steve Jerkle. Hey, nerd. What has 4 eyes, is useless, and is up for murder? You! Man, that was a good one. Next up, Weird Science. Normally, I'm all about robotic sex toys, but looks like the batteries didn't come included, babes. If you can't turn yourself on, how are you supposed to turn me on? You know what I mean? All right. Next up, we got Bex. Not sure what happened to you this round, hot stuff, but you made it pretty clear that you're going to be cutthroat, and I don't know how to feel about someone out there doing more evil stuff than me, am I right? Looked like you were holding back when we needed help with clues, and then you kind of let everyone out to dry in the Safehouse mission.
Seriously, BG, I make one move different from the rest of the pack and you think I'm evil? I only cost the pot 1 chip by my action and you cost it 2 by taking me out. Or if this is what I get for being a little different. Anyway, you aren't the boss of me, nor the boss of the killer either, and I'll bet you sing off key.
Sorry, sweet cheeks, I gotta hit you with a little bit of that karma. All right, next up. I'm just fucking with ya. The rest of you are safe. Ferguson and Dolores can sit down until I eat this awesome maggot and dung beetle burrito I've been hiding under my bed since we got in the house. If you can hold your breath for a few days, you should probably be fine.
Urkel, Megan, and Becca are marked for death and at risk of being the killer's first victim. However, you have one last chance to save yourself. You must choose one top suspect, the person you believe to be the killer. If you are correct, the killer is unable to touch you. The killer may only eliminate one of the marked players who guessed their identity incorrectly. However, if all 3 of you are correct, then either of you 3 can die. You will also be able to send a recorded plea to the killer, a chance for you to convince him, her, or it to spare your life. Please do so in the interrogation room. Best of luck.
I'm not surprised I've been marked. I'm the only one who annoyed Beetle Nuts, and he also thinks Team Hot Cocoa and I held back clues in the escape room, which we did not. Obviously, I hope the first murderer is either Megan or Urkel.
I'm thrilled that Beetlejuice won and put Beaker up. Why did she knock me out? It's funny though, because I was going to take her out the next time I had a high card. I'm glad that she put a target on her own back. I think Megan will be murdered. Just a hunch. Glad about the marked for death decisions. It is the best marked for death I have seen, to be honest. I laughed. I enjoy Beetlejuice.
I think the killer is Wishbone because he's a dog.
Let's peg Wishbone. For no particular reason. He's not suspicious at all, so maybe he is suspicious. Logic, right?
Dobby thinks the tops of speculation right now is Joan Ferguson. I've barely talked to this person, and that's literally the only reason.
Jones, who I think is the killer. I find her holding back information in the clue mission suspicious.
My top suspect right now is Violet. Mainly because she has asked me if I have any suspects, and that seems a little suspicious.
Joan is my top suspect right now. I don't know why. Just a feeling I get.
I'll go with Violet. She's active, but careful what she shares. Joan is my second choice at this point.
Gonna have to go with Castiel here. He's present, he contributes enough to show that he means well, but he also doesn't really give anything. Violet made a 4-person group with me, her, Castiel, and Shibs. And even then, Castiel continues to just give me the vibe that something is off. I'm not really sure what all to make of it.
Hey slut, just checking in. Being first to be marked isn't much fun. I wouldn't know, but I figured if you needed space to vent or whatever, you can. You're a bad bitch, and bad bitches lift each other up.
Oh, thanks, I'm good. Beetle Nuts annoys me, but it's fine. I've got to go make my case to the killer, I guess.
Just tell Victor to wire my father for money instead. Let's go have a girls' night. We can smash the patriarchy and drink booze.
It's not all about the money. Hey, killer. I'm cute, I'm active in the game, and I'm apparently the only nerd here with the nerve to sass Beetlejuice instead of sucking up. Whether I get away with it is up to you. Maybe let me stick around for a bit.
Would have been active.